All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Hello and welcome to the Mire. I'm Tim Bartholomew here with Mandy Shovelin and Jess Kroc. Jen Kroc is hanging out by the side, but she'll be on the camera soon enough. So good news and bad news for you guys. The bad news is that you have to put up with me for a short period of time. The good news is that Pogue and Glock will be back shortly.
No worries.
Yeah, I think we can handle it.
I
think
we did last game. I think we can handle this game.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially just part of it.
So Jess, first time under the camera's lights. What do you think?
I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I've done commentary before for one of the games. I think you left early one time.
Oh yes.
So I just jumped in for like maybe the solid I don't know 10 minutes.
There you
like
go,
that.
man. That's all you
back.
need. You're already better than I am.
I guess.
Me too.
So, all right. So girls, tonight we play Rutgers Prep. They are 18-0 this season.
Holy moly.
Yeah, and they're going to be looking for some revenge. Last year we were able to beat them twice, and they were an excellent team. This year, obviously, they're just as good because they didn't really graduate anybody.
Nope.
So, Mandy, what do you think are some keys to success tonight?
All right. Well, one key to success tonight has got to be fast breaks. They're going to try get the ball in transition, run it down the court, try to get some easy points and easy buckets, and I think that's something the Cougars need to stop today, and that'll save them a lot of points and maybe make it even more of a competitive game.
Excellent ideas. Jess, now, offensively, it's going to be easy for Montgomery to try to get into that fast-paced type offense.
Yeah.
Do you think that's something that we should kind of concentrate on, or do you think that's something that maybe we should try to limit?
I think we should try to concentrate on it, but also not get too worked up on the fact that they're scoring so much. Because, like you said, their turnovers are really quick, and we got to keep our defense up as well. So I think that they got to work on both, and I think that they're strong with their offense, but they also need to be stronger in their defense as well. So.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, there's going to be opportunities today where we need to go and get the fast break points.
Yes.
But there's also, I think, more times than not when we cross the half-court line, we need to kind of get into our offense and take smart shots because they have such an athletic team.
Yeah.
Worth noting, these guys are really good. Obviously, they have 3 Division I prospects in Noah Harris, Trey Patterson, and Otega Owa. All excellent athletes, 6'3", 6'1", 6 foot, so big guys. And it's going to be tough for us defensively because we don't really match up so much on defense. So what do you think is going to be kind of the key for our guys to be able to handle that size?
Well, usually what we see in games, most common, is that there's one really good guy that they're stay on him, stay on him, stay on him. But for this game, it's going to be a little bit more difficult and more tiring for the Cougars because they're going to say, oh, get on these 3 guys, and even though that's even more than half of the guys on the court for the other team. So that's kind of going to be a little bit hard for us. But I think we just got to stay positive and stay confident in our team and our abilities because this team is going to give us a run for our money, so I think it's definitely going to be a difficult run for the Cougs. But I think if they really put their mind to it and they come out with their best performance and the best players are the best players tonight, I think we can do some great stuff. So
Absolutely. So we obviously expect a big game out of Rabayo. When you get in situations like this, you need your good players to play well.
Yeah.
So Rabayo and Curry obviously are the guys that you're going to look to score. But who else on the bench, Jess, do you think that might be able to kind of contribute?
I think that lately we've been seeing JT Zaborski doing very well on his 3-pointers. I think he's been doing very well. So I think that if he does what he usually does, then I think he can, be a good asset to the team tonight. I'm also thinking, Curry's back, so he's going to be good with his shooting as well. So I think it's not just Rabayo is also doing well. Not just him that's doing well, but everybody else on the team that does well, Linez.
Yep, Linez will be a big factor in this game.
Yeah, so I think that with them, if they just do what they usually do, I think that will be good. Just making more of a run for defense. because, you know, like we said, we have these 3 guys who are like D1 commits. So I think that we got to keep the look on them as well. So.
All right, absolutely. Mandy, any thoughts on that?
Oh, she said that you gotta. She mentioned Marco Lainez, and I think that when someone mentions him, I think of physicality, and that really makes me think of how physical we have to be in this game, and how physicality and being tough and aggressive is gonna get us places in this game. Because if we just kind of hang back and like let them press us, and we like don't do anything too serious about it, it's really gonna hurt us. So if we're not aggressive and on top of things, I think that's gonna hurt us. But I think being aggressive and coming out on top here with like being on our feet and our toes is really going to be helpful.
You bring up some interesting points. I think you said it right with physicality. Marco's a physical player, but I think altogether today, with just the size of Rutgers Prep, we're going to have to be physical. They're going to have to box out. Key to success, rebounds.
Yes.
Right? They're going to have to limit Rutgers Prep in their second chance baskets, and they're going to have to, offensively, we're going to have to come down with the boards when we don't. Okay, all right, girls. So I think it's about 2:46 until they start doing announcements in the
starters.
Yeah, the starters and such. So we'll take a break and we'll come back after the national anthem.
Yes, we will.
The girls, great job.
Thank
I think
you.
We did a passable job.
Yes,
all right.
hopefully.
I think.
Glock will see this later.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll get our feedback. He'll give us our note sheets.
Yep.
All right, you've been caught in the mire. Make sure you come back and watch it with us. We'll see you shortly. All right, welcome back to the Mire. I'm Tim Bartholomew here with Mandy Shovlin, Jen, and Jess Kroc. Getting ready to start the Rutgers Prep Montgomery game, or Montgomery Rutgers. I guess I should give them top billing.
It's all right.
Yeah, I probably should. Probably should. All right, and now seeing the starters for the Cougars coming right up. Okay, so starting for Cougars, number 2, Kai Lewis, 12, Christopher Bio, 5, Matt Prescott, 14, Curry, and 35, Noah Vlasic. And starting for Rutgers Prep, you have number 1, Otega Owa, number 2, Noah Harris, number 3, Trey Patterson, number 4, Nico Giletti, and number 5, Ryan Pettit. Good news for everyone. Glock and Pogue are back in the house.
Look at that.
So we're going to do a little switcheroo right here. But
I got no airtime.
here we go. I know. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm sorry.
Not my job.
Definitely got to go louder. Check, check, check. We're good. All right. Welcome back to the Mire. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew. Full cast, Jess and Jen Kroc, Mandy Shovlin. We're ready for boys basketball. Apologize for our tardiness. We had to go over and do some schooly duties.
Yeah. First thing I noticed while you guys were gone is that Pogue gave himself the best headset.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very selfish. Pogue.
Unbelievable, Pogue.
I put them all down in order. I don't know
in
what
the
happened.
order that you want to wear them.
I mean, that's an order, yeah.
Right. So here we go for basketball. Rabayo will jump it up against Trey Patterson. Rabayo, a very strong game last year when the two met, and he wins the tip back to Curry. Curry, you see wearing that ankle brace on the left ankle, and here we go. Pretty big intensity level here in Montgomery tonight. That's what Rutgers Prep brings, is a no-look pass into the middle. Rabayo with a ball fake. Another one, and a floater up and good.
Yeah, that's how you start a game. We said in the pregame that Rabayo's going to have to bring a big presence, and that's a really great way to start the game.
It's interesting how the teams can play up or down to competition. What if Montgomery was able to bring this intensity to every game as a turnaround, and the lane is no good? That time from Ryan Pettit.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting thing. A lot of times you play to your competition. I see it in running all the time.
Yep.
Kids that run, 60 seconds in the 400, but when they run against someone who runs 63, they run 62.
Right.
It's just one of those things.
You see Grundy there ordering them to really bring the intensity as Kai Lewis will go to the baseline. He leaves in the middle, and they are going to get a foul in the middle and possibly on Trey Patterson. That is Patterson.
You like to see that early.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Something to keep an eye on. Don't know if you talked about this in the pregame or not, Timmy, but Ryan Pettit, number 5, boy, if you remember from last year, you breathe on him wrong, and he has the ability to send himself flying onto the floor. I think he drew 3 or 4 offensive fouls.
Yeah, definitely. We did not mention that, but we definitely remember it.
We're going to get a turnover. Vlasic, for some reason, thought it was tipped, I think.
Yeah. I mean, good idea. Maybe he gets it next time.
So Rutgers Prep will get a first or a second crack, I should say, at some settled offense. And Patterson pulls up from the baseline. That's no good. And they're going to say over the back. Otega Owe. So 2 quick fouls. I don't know that the Montgomery bench is sat down yet.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
You got to get excited. Everyone's got to make some noise. Make the atmosphere the way that you want it to be.
Now this is what is going to be the issue potentially. Can they break the press? Montgomery crowd with an overrated chant. I don't know that that's where you want to go just yet.
Yeah.
And a 3 quickly the other direction. That's no good, and it will be out of bounds to Rutgers Prep.
I mean, in their defense, with an 18-0 Rutgers Prep, there might not be a lot of opportunities to start chanting that. So when
That's
you got
correct.
the 2-0 lead, you go with it.
Kai Lewis with that intense ball pressure that he usually brings.
A little
And
too much
three,
space.
yep, is good. Nico Gillette, the senior forward. That's a player that they would, if somebody's going to shoot it, that's who they want to let shoot it. Prescott with a couple ball fakes and a three. He'll answer right back.
You got to step up in games like this. That's a great play.
Patterson gets himself into the lane around Rabayo and lays it in.
We did talk about this in the pregame, that Rutgers Prep is going to be trying to get really fast transition baskets. They're going to try to keep the tempo of the game up. We got to make sure we get back on defense and limit that as much as we can.
That, what you saw right there from Rabayo, is going to be the difference between most games and this game, where he's able to, maintain that verticality as we go into the lane for Prescott, but a left-handed layup is good.
So Prescott stepping up early. That's what you like to see.
As Rabayo will have to, instead of giving up one extra step to the paint, and then we get nearly a turnover as Prescott goes diving for it.
No, it does, but yeah.
And a jumper's way off the mark. It's out of bounds off Montgomery. But to finish my point, Rabayo can usually avoid that silly foul on the inside when a player gets into the middle simply by kind of giving up that last half step because he can recover it with his height. And a quick layup is up and good.
Yeah, you got to limit that. You can't let that happen.
But tonight, that's not going to be the case because Patterson is every bit as lengthy. So if he takes that extra step into the middle, Rabayo is also going to have to take that extra step. So we'll see how he handles that. Spin move from Curry has the crowd excited. Stutter steps around Patterson and a three. An arcing three is no good. And, a nearly over and back.
I don't know how they got away with that.
No, that's a good call.
You think so?
It is, yeah. He was not fully established over the timeline yet. That's what the rule is.
Okay.
Half of his foot was still on the line, so that's a good call. Or a good no call, as it were. Curry will step back. He'll fire away. In Patterson's face, no good, in and out.
Good shot.
Most times you can kind of tell whether Curry's on target just by the flight of the ball. Pettit for three. That's way off the mark, and Curry's got it, and he'll dribble himself out of trouble.
So an exciting first half of the first quarter.
As Rabayo will hoist. No good. We are tied at 7 midway through quarter number 1. Welcome to boys basketball here on the Mire. Pettit has it knocked away and stolen. Prescott's going to come the other way. No doubt knows where Patterson is, and he has it blocked, but Kai Lewis is there to clean it up.
That's a great follow. This is good hustle by Kai, knowing where he should be. Great job.
Timeout from Rutgers Prep. Get another look at Curry's dazzling ball skills there. And let's stay here with the 30-second timeout.
This is where you guys really come in handy. They wouldn't have been able to see the instant replay if you guys weren't here, and now they can.
We got a extra look at, and thank you, by the way.
Yeah.
We got an extra look at what Curry brings to the game there. I just don't know where you'd be tonight without Orion Curry in the game. This team is too big and too lengthy.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be at 9-7. I'll tell you that.
The other thing that to me is real interesting and bears watching. How long Montgomery stays in this game against an 18-0 team, I don't know that, of course they have illusions of pulling off an upset here. And I don't want to call them illusions because that's, even though I kind of just did. I'm dancing around the fact that Rutgers Prep is the heavy favorite in this game, okay? But what last year does as a floater in the lane is up good and one. What last year does in beating this team twice is tell Montgomery and it shows all the kids that were there to witness it last year, hey, we can do this. This is not a far-fetched, idea. This is something we can accomplish.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, they're proven to themselves that they can stay in it. You can stay in it the whole first quarter, and then you work hard the second and see where you're at. But so far, a good start.
First lead of the night for Rutgers Prep. you're going to need Curry for as many of the 32 minutes as you can get, and they're going to get a silly foul on Noah Harris.
You know, you bring up, Curry brings a lot to the table. Obviously, he handles the ball. He's a great scorer, good on defense. But I think one of his most valuable attributes is the confidence he brings to the team. Like, the team is more confident and plays better when he's on the court.
Oh, there is no doubt about it. Linez and Curry. Great pass. And Curry wanted Linez, as you see him gesturing there, to say, I need you to move to the space that I see.
Yeah.
You can't just stay where you are.
Well, there was a little bit of hesitation on Marco's fall, and just enough to make the pass go a little awry.
And that one might have been maybe a little bit better served as a bounce pass entry than,
possibly.
Maybe give Linez that extra second to recover. A good contested effort on defense by Rabayo. It's forcing another bad shot for Rutgers Prep, and Kai Lewis will come the other direction. Lewis throws near side, and Prescott will work it back around the outside. Linez is going to hoist from three. Yes!
Oh, that's a big basket.
Boy, if Marco can, find range from out there, that makes this team really, really dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, that's not one he'd normally take, but
Patterson answers right back.
But when you're open like that, you got to take the shots that they give you,
No doubt about it. Boy, this has been a fun first quarter, man. We're only 6 minutes into this game, and the juice is very much there as the ball is out of bounds off of the leg of Nico Gillette.
Yeah, I mean, teams like this always bring, they like to run. It makes the game and the atmosphere a little bit more lively. And so far, Montgomery's been doing a good job to being able to hang with them.
Christian Rowan is in the game. You saw him with the inbound there. Curry through three guys, now kicking back out. Vlasic.
Oh, a little tall.
Just a mistimed jump, it looked like, from Rowan.
I always don't like when they get in the air before they commit to the pass, you know?
I also thought that could have been, a shot attempt there. I don't know that needed to be a pass. Another three attempt, no good, and Curry crashing the boards. He'll throw up ahead for Linez. He'll go to the hoop with some steam and an offensive foul. And what did we say? There's Pettit.
He's able to get those. He does that a lot.
Very good defender. I thought last year maybe was a bit overstated, but that he earned every bit of that charge.
I think we all saw it coming with Marco, full head of steam, Once you get the truck rolling, it's hard to put on the brakes.
He's like Luis Mendoza, Mighty Ducks 2. Let's set up some orange soda cans. The Argos work around the outside. Their length is impressive. A reverse layup, easily done from Otega Owe. He, folks, is a sophomore.
Yeah.
Holy moly. You think this team is good now? Wait till next year.
Yeah.
Both Patterson and Owe are back.
Their whole team's back except for Gillette.
Curry had lost the handle momentarily, but kicks it back outside. I thought Rowan maybe could have pulled from there. Instead, Linez will go into the lane, and he'll be fouled.
So good take. There he goes.
Linez knocks down the first one. No good on the second for Linez. So we're under 30 seconds to go here in the quarter. Cougs trail it by a bucket. Maybe that last layup by Owe is a bit emblematic of the lethality as a long three. No good, and a rebound putback, no good. Linez has it. He tries a three-quarter court heave. That's no good. And that'll take us to the conclusion of quarter number 1. An entertaining first 8 minutes here in Montgomery. And we'll be back second quarter upcoming right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to Montgomery. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew, Jess and Jen Kroc, and Mandy Shovlin. Let's head over to Mandy. Mandy, what do you have for us?
All right, guys, the first quarter of this game was nothing short of competitive. Rutgers Prep came into this first quarter with 2 quick fouls, but on the other hand, Chris Rubio won the tip for Montgomery and scored the first points of the game. You can just ask the student section yourself. This game is going to be a fun one to watch. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Mandy. As Rubio skies for a big rebound. Sideline report game on point tonight from Mandy Shovlin. We'll hear a lot from her as Curry works himself out of trouble. And Prescott goes inside for the big man. He'll try a reverse. That's altered, no good, and a foul on Linus. I don't hate that take Pogue. You know, I thought that he worked himself into a pretty good spot there.
Well, that was the first time he's really attacked the hoop. I want to see more of that.
It looks like he's playing a little bit more aggressive today, which, I mean, he has to. He's got 3 guys to contend with that are equally his size.
It's almost one of those where I wouldn't want him to, when you're playing against those guys like you just said, Tim, don't even go to the reverse. Stay on that side of the rim and jump, horizontally into some contact there, as a layup is nicely done from Rutgers Prep and Noah Harris. I think maybe if you create that contact, if you can fight through that, which I know they work on in practice, you're just giving yourself a better angle. As Curry goes to Rubio, I'll go right back to him. Ryan for 3, yes!
That's perfect. You got to hit those open shots, and Curry's the guy you want to shoot them, right?
Back to a 1-point game for Montgomery. Curry gets a piece of it, and a layup no good from Gillette. And here come the Cougs. Curry, he'll pull up. Oh, I thought he was going to pull up again. Instead, a lead for Prescott, the sharpshooter. Yes!
There we go. Come on, baby.
The lead back to 2 for Montgomery.
All cylinders firing at the den tonight.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, I'll get it out eventually.
Here's a foul line jumper, no good, but Patterson streaking in, and they're going to get a foul on Vlasic.
Vlasic has been all over the court tonight. Maybe not, you haven't seen him on offense yet, but he's flying to the ball on defense, making plays. He's having a pretty good start to the game. You got to stop that. Come on.
That's just miscommunication. You saw Molars and Grundy up off the bench there screaming because they saw what was going to happen before it happened. And we're back to a tie ball game. Boy, Prescott's got a different look about him today, doesn't he? It just seems like a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, a little more comfortable dribbling, too. Usually spot up and shoot.
What a look to the corner for Rubio. His 3 won't go down. Patterson's going to fire away from 3. That is in and out, no good. Great box out from the big man, Rubio.
Yeah, Patterson's got some range.
He's a big-time recruit.
Yeah, he's big time.
Curry, he'll throw up a floater. That's no good. Just a little too much girth. And what a pass up ahead. Leaves for the trailer, and they actually got lucky that it found its way into the hands of Pettit. Gillette. That's going to be out of bounds. It was initially off of the knee of Otega Owe, but ricocheted off of a Coug. Timeout coming from Coach Grundy. Just under 5 minutes to play second quarter. We'll take it with him. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to the Cougar Den. Keith Clark, Tim Bartholomew, Matt Pogue at the controls, Jess and Jen Kroc bringing all the video action to you, and Mandy Shovelin doing the sideline reporting as always. A dandy so far in the Den. We are knotted at 19, Montgomery, and the 18-0 Argonauts of Rutgers Prep. Timmy, this has been an area that they've struggled tonight so far, is defending this baseline inbounds.
Yeah, I mean, they gave up 2 easy baskets already. Doing a better job on this time around.
Good communication, that's all it really took there. As a drive from Patterson. Great job by Robayo, and Prescott will throw all the way up ahead for Curry. Skies. Double team coming quickly. Prescott up and under, that's no good.
It's a good shot.
And a run out for Rutgers Prep and a dunk. Otega Owe finishes that. You love to see the aggressiveness from Prescott, but, you know, easy for me to say with revisionist history. Maybe you blow past the first guy and then you just pull up. Cougs get lucky there as it finds itself back into the hands of a teammate, as Curry's 3 is a little bit off the mark. Patterson leaves for Owe and another easy layup.
So Cougars losing a little bit of their composure here. Got to kind of slow it down, get it back on defense, because there was 2 easy layups in a row.
And, you know, it's not like they didn't have opportunities on offense. As Curry goes right to the hoop, that's no good. And they're going to say out of bounds off Curry, because he nearly ripped it out of the hands of Patterson.
Yeah.
Playing transition defense, that's not how they're going to win. They need less of that.
Yep.
Kai Lewis. Some 2-on-2 crime right there between he and Noah Harris, as Harris leaves for Patterson. Lots of help defense. Vlasic got a hand on it. Gillette's little floating attempt, no good. Robayo fending off defenders and able to do so into the hands of Kai Lewis. Can the Cougars get some transition? Good job by Prescott to get himself out of some trouble in the corner, and now Curry resets. Good job by Prescott to get himself into the lane, and he'll finish with the left hand.
Just another example of Noah doing all the little things right.
Quickly the other way. A jumper, no good, and Curry there to stop it from going out of bounds.
Good look out.
Grundy initially asked for pace and then said, I want you to hang on a second. Vlasic will work himself out of trouble for Kai. He'll throw in to the corner. Robayo for 3. Again, no good, and Kai Lewis there to be a pain, and eventually it's out of bounds off the leg of Nico Gillette.
A little thorn in their side.
Get another look here at the great cut from Prescott as he's able to finish at the rim. You don't like the instant replay graphic today, Pope? You okay?
Well, I mean, I do, but it's a stylistic choice or a mistake. I don't know what you want to call it.
Okay.
I feel like the longer that Montgomery, that we stay in this game, the more frustrated Rutgers Prep's going to be.
Oh, there's no doubt.
And then the more mistakes that they'll make.
Prescott is going to fire away. Top of the key. He's got another one.
Come on. This guy.
Your boy, Matt Prescott, gives the Cougs back the lead. Rutgers Prep the other way. That's no good. Owe nearly goes over the back, and they're going to say out of bounds off the Argos.
There you go. See, that's just what I'm talking about. A little bit frustration. Prescott hits a nice three, and then number 2 comes out, throws up a little bit of a three-pointer that was ill-advised.
Vlasic tries to throw
good
the
follow.
alley-oop, no good, and then they're going to get a foul on the backside of that.
So just Montgomery hanging tight, man, hanging tight. You get it, keep it close until that fourth quarter, and then you don't know what could happen. Rowan comes in for Noah. Noah looks tired. He's been doing a lot of work out there.
No doubt about it. 1 point lead for Montgomery as Patterson will throw up a contested jumper. And Gillette has it knocked out of his hands by Prescott.
I've noted if you watch closely, you get to see Montgomery's crashing 3 to the boards every time. And it's getting a lot of those loose balls.
Cougs got a lucky break there as it was poked away from Curry, but just a little too hot to handle for Pettit.
Got to get it in.
Some trouble, and Robayo just tries to keep it alive. Rowan now able to corral it to the trailer Curry. He'll throw up a 3. No good. It looked like it was on target, but just a little strong. A lot of the 50-50 balls, Timmy, going the way of Montgomery. You know, they always say good things happen to those who run, and they're looking for an offensive foul, and they get it.
They get it.
Bit of a delayed call, but
That's right. Robayo playing big just like he should.
you know, and I think that's really a good call. I think the far side official was waiting to see if the baseline official was going to take it, and then he said, you know what, I have to call this.
Absolutely. It was just a great job by Robayo, sitting his feet, making sure he's in a place where that call gets made.
How about Grundy wiping up some sweat from the floor?
Yeah, they do everything.
Nothing the man doesn't do. We'll give him credit. He didn't split his pants on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Just to clarify that, he has, in previous seasons, split his pants by stomping on the ground too hard. So getting down to wipe up some sweat might be a bit of a tall order, as Kai Lewis is going to call for a travel. Minute to go before the half. Montgomery leads it by a point, and this one has been about as fun as you can get through 15 minutes. Lewis didn't even realize the pass was headed in his direction, and they're going to get a foul on the inside. Let's see if they get Robayo. They do.
Okay, I thought they were going to call it on Kai at first.
Now, Robayo had the whole forearm on the back.
So again, here we're at inbound. Got to play some solid defense, good communication.
Good job by the Cougs. It'll be a handoff from right out of bounds, and that's going to be off of Rutgers Prep.
It's close. Curry almost got a piece of that one.
Yeah, that's in one area where the verticality of Rutgers Prep made that call a little bit easier, actually.
Yeah, when in doubt.
And a steal right off the inbound. Owe doesn't get the layup to go, but he'll go to the line.
Wondering where that pass was going to.
I don't really know. It was telegraphed a bit there.
Yeah.
So Owe will shoot free throws. That is the 7th team foul on Montgomery. Second on Prescott. And the first is good. This is a busy week for Montgomery in terms of emotion as the second one rolls off and Robayo is there for the rebound with 45 ticks to go.
Robayo doing a great job on the boards today. You got to clear it.
They get it over to Robayo. There's a 2-on-1 outside for Kai Lewis. He'll leave for Rowan. I thought that might have been a good opportunity for a 3 from Kai.
Yeah.
Instead, he'll go all the way to the hoop with the left hand, and he's going to be fouled and go to the line.
That was just fortunate.
He'll get Pettit on the foul, his second.
This might be the first time we've seen Kai on the foul line.
Yeah, at home at least.
Yeah.
To finish that thought from before, Thursday night we'll be back with you here as Montgomery is in action against another arch rival, Hunterdon Central. And it's just been one classic finish after another whenever the Cougs face off against the Red Devils.
Well, and you got Falco, who works in the district,
Yep.
leading them, so it's always a fun game.
Second one is no good. Aryan Gordy's in the game. He's on the ground trying to force a jump ball, but can't.
I like him. I watched him in the JV game. He's gonna be good for us, I think, in the next couple years.
Under 10 to go. Here's Owe. He'll drive on Rabayo, and a layup is up and good, and one.
Just athleticism right there.
I was just going to say that.
It's just athleticism.
Can't cure that. So the lead's back for Rutgers Prep, as Owe will look to add to it. 2.4 seconds with the speed of Curry getting up the court. You could have an opportunity for points. Unless that happens, as Gillette is going to get his own offensive rebound, and that will do it for the first half. All things considered, you're in a great spot if you're Montgomery, trailing by only a point. And as per usual, Mandy Shovelin will be joined by Joe Bassford here in just a moment. And all that said, Mandy, what do you have with Coach?
Okay, I'm here with Coach Bassford. Coach, how is your team going to continue containing this Rutgers Prep team?
All heart. Heart from the time we tipped the ball off. These guys are diving on the floor. I couldn't be more proud of them. They're playing so hard right now and giving everything they have against a real tough athletic team. I love what they're doing.
All right, Coach, what are the emotions of your team going into this locker room?
A lot of passion in this team. You see it out there in the first half. They're fired up right now. We're going to come out. No matter what happens, we're playing for passion for the next 16 minutes.
All right, thank you, Coach. Good luck, Cougs.
We are at halftime. Cougs trail it by a point to the 18-0 Argonauts of Rutgers Prep. We'll be back. Statistics and analysis coming up right after this. You are caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to Montgomery. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew, Jessen Jen Kroc, and Mandy Shovlin. And we are at halftime of Montgomery and Rutgers Prep, and the Cougs trail it by a point. Let's cut some statistics for you from Mandy Shovlin. Mandy.
Okay, guys, going into the second half. So here are your stats. Robayo has 5 rebounds and 2 points. Prescott has 13 points and 2 rebounds. And Curry has 3 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And those are your stats going into the second half. Good luck, Cougs. This is going to be a great second half to watch.
Thanks, Mandy. With any luck, I would say so. And, you know, guys, just to, I was thinking about it, that this is a 1-point game, and I don't feel like they're lucky to be in it in this way. I think they not only earned every bit of this 1-point deficit to a team that's as talented as Rutgers Prep, but there were, I want to say, 3 or 4 other opportunities that were created that you'll take on every possession. Robayo missed 2 wide open 3-pointers in the corner that, I mean, we know he can shoot the lights out of it when he gets on a roll.
I mean, they're all good shots. They're getting clean looks, and I think that I'm a little surprised of how many clean looks, but the ones that they're getting, they're capitalizing. 3-point shots keeping them in the game, and if they can keep that up even half as much as they did and get a couple more layups, a couple more post moves, like they're in this game all the way.
Yeah, you know, you guys know me. I'm big on the statistical theory of regression back to the mean. When something happens way too much for any period of time, it usually evens itself out. And I felt like a lot of the 50-50 balls in the first half went the way of Montgomery. So, you know, some of that may shift back to the middle, and then is that the thing that tips this towards Rutgers Prep? And you're going to see they're coming out with some ball pressure. As soon as Kai Lewis got the ball, they attacked it with 2 guys.
Yeah, I mean, the impressive thing for me is in the first half we had 3 turnovers, and we've had halves like that before.
As Robayo will go straight to the hoop and lay it in.
There it is, and where we've limited the half, and then the next half we have a ton of turnovers, and if we can limit that and make, you know, not even only get 3 in the second half, if we could get, you know, 5 or 6 only, we would be, you know, in a good position, I think, in the fourth quarter.
Fouls on Kai Lewis, his first.
So Robayo comes out. He started the game with a nice layup. Started the half with a nice layup. We'll get. Hopefully that's a good sign for the rest of the game.
Patterson will hoist up a 3. That's no good. And an offensive board is corralled by Gillette, and he'll go to the free throw line.
You know, also we're getting a little fortunate with Patterson. He haven't had much success with 3-pointers. Only 1 3-pointer in the first half. He's got 28 this season, so you know that over 18 games he's getting a couple of games. So
yep.
You know, hopefully that the trend of him not making them continues, knock on wood.
First one is good from Gillette. Linez will check in, and Prescott will have a break.
We'll see how long Prescott sits on the bench. I mean, he's their leading scorer. He's really doing a lot on the court tonight.
2 for 2 for Gillette, and the lead is back for Rutgers Prep. It's a point. Curry will throw up for Kai Lewis. A lob inside for Linez, and he didn't realize just how open he was, and he tried to go extra for Robayo, and it turns into a layup the other direction for Noah Harris.
And they're pressing the ball pretty hard to start this quarter.
And it turns into a turnover. Joe Bassford saves our bacon.
Yeah. I was going to get it, throw it up, see if I can make a basket from here.
How do you think that would have went?
Failure, probably.
Okay. Reality, I like it.
It would have looked nice, though.
That it would have. 3-point lead for Rutgers Prep, matches the biggest all evening. And they're going to get an offensive foul on Noah Harris. They're going to say he Had a little too much contact on Kai Lewis.
And you're going to get that when you're Kai Lewis. Those are big guys, and they're used to throwing their body around. And sometimes when you throw your body around into someone a little bit smaller than you, it looks way more drastic than it actually is.
No doubt about it. Harris is going to pick up full court as they send Pettit at the basketball, chasing Curry. And Curry goes between them both, up and under, and he's going to go to the free throw line because of it. That is fantastic. Let's take another look at that as Curry just blowing between Pettit and Harris and earning a couple of freebies.
I was hoping it was going to be reminiscent of his up and under in the last game that we watched, where it was pretty incredible.
First one rolls out.
Hit every part of the rim twice and then rolled out.
Second from the sophomore is good. Man, I would love to give him some of those, what was that from when we were kids? The Watusi growth pills? As a jumper up and good from Otega Owe. But you imagine if Curry grew another 2 or 3 inches. Holy mackerel.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He'd already have offers.
Rabayo gets it over to Vlasic, and now they're going to go back to him on the post, and an easy layup for the big man.
All right, good move, Rabayo. Good move. Keep it up.
Back down to 2 is the lead as Patterson gets it in some good space, and he'll throw it up. No good. And Gillette has his shot blocked, and Rabayo there to rip it away, and they are going to say what? Officials looking at each other for a jump or a foul.
Give it the foul. He had that rebound clean.
Yeah, I know. I think that was a jump ball.
Yeah, but he had the rebound clean, and then the guy just tried to rip it out of his hands after the fact.
Take another look at it here as Rabayo. Yeah, the hand was definitely on the basketball. I think that's a good call. Gillette leaves for Patterson, and they're going to say Rabayo. That's a bit soft for what has been called all afternoon.
And that's troublesome. 3 fouls on Rabayo.
Well, you're not taking him out.
No, definitely not. But
it's going to change how he plays, though.
I certainly hope not. I just don't know that you're not going to win the game if you do that. You just got to play and defend smartly. If you are really altering your aggression level, I don't know that Montgomery can win this game.
No, you got to keep him in and hope for the best here.
We're going to have a shooter's violation on Rutgers Prep, so no good on the second, and the lead remains 3. Well, Rutgers Prep's strategy of sending a couple of guys at the ball carrier has not really paid off just yet. And Linez will draw a foul on the outside. They'll call that on Nico Gillette. That'll be his second.
This is some of the best press break they've done. They've been way more confident in all of these passes.
You can tell that they have, been pretty sure about what they're going to see because there's no confusion about where to go with the basketball when the double does come. Curry.
Got 5 guys on him.
Lewis, and a bounce pass for Linez. That'll go through his hands and into the hands of Gillette and through the hands of Pettit. So a buttered up basketball results in 2 turnovers back to back, and Rabayo will get a break. We'll see just how long it is that he'll take a break. He's actually headed
to the trainer for something.
Not really sure what.
This will be an interesting few minutes here.
Curry's going to have to take this game over right now. And the sophomore can do just that there. He almost pulled it and then saw that Patterson was bearing down on him. Let's see what he does here. The 2 stars working one-on-one.
Interesting. It's great to see.
Blows right past, and they're going to say, a travel. And to add insult to insult, Rowan knocks down a 3. That's 2 soft calls this quarter.
They always go in, right, when they don't count.
Well, what did we talk about? The 50-50s all went the way of Montgomery in the first half. There's 2 that didn't go their way now.
Oh.
And just bad communication as Gillette was left all alone.
So just important for them to get their composure. Rubio's back, so he'll be checking in shortly.
Lewis is going to throw up a floater from the corner. That's no good. And the rebound to Otega Owe. He'll sky through the lane. No good. Linez was there to get a piece of him. And the sophomore Curry will come down. Rowan gets a screen from Linez, but couldn't really do much with it. Linez, like a Mack truck, throws it up. Can't get it to go, but again, he'll shoot free throws.
And that's what he brings to the table. I mean, he doesn't finish those a lot of times, but it's usually because he's getting fouled. So, you know, he's always sure enough to get to the foul line. If he can get a little bit more consistent here, he'd definitely add to his point total.
Saw the strength there from Linez as the first free throw is good.
You don't normally see a 3-point line post up and then it works. That's not normally what you do.
If I'm Zoran Milic, I'm sending that tape to college football coaches.
Yeah. From their quarterback?
Yeah. Nowadays, absolutely. 2 for 2 from Linez.
So sure enough, man, I said he hasn't been that consistent from the line, and now he hits 2 in a row, so that's what you like to see.
From a points and production standpoint, this is the best game Linez has played in a while. Great no-look pass. Extra now for Patterson. Challenged by Rubio, and no good. Gillette there. Another challenge, up and in, and 1.
That's on Rubio, too. That's not good. Oh, no.
They're going to get the foul on Vlasic.
His third.
Prescott will scurry into the ball game for Kyle Lewis.
Need some of that Prescott magic now.
That we do. No good, and a long rebound to Owe, but Rubio there to block it. Another rebound and another miss. Patterson there, and it's going to be Linez over the back. Montgomery's got to rebound the basketball here as we take another look. That's just nothing you can do about it. Sometimes long rebounds happen, but Linez was kind of running around like a man possessed, trying to just avoid Rutgers Prep getting an easy 2. But in doing so, draws his 3rd foul. No good on the first for Patterson. Tim, he wasn't good from the line last year, in the 2 times that they played.
Yeah. I mean, today he's definitely shown that he has improved that aspect of his game.
No good, and they are going to get a foul on Rutgers Prep as they'll say Gillette dumped Rubio in the paint.
That's his 3rd, so a lot of fouls. I mean, we're approaching the bonus soon.
Prescott.
Kick it out to Noah.
The difference there as Curry will come off a screen and fire, no good. And Rubio trying to keep it alive. And a contested layup, no good, but the height from Patterson just too much to deal with as Rubio got hit in the neck.
Look like he's gasping for some air. Hope he's all right.
So we will get a timeout, and we'll take it with him. 2:20 to go, 3rd quarter. Cougs trail by 7. And you're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Montgomery trails 18-0 Rutgers Prep by 7 here. Just over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew, Jess and Jen Kroc on the cameras, and Mandy Shovlin reporting from the sidelines. This has been a pretty entertaining ball game so far, as Rubio is out of the game after getting hit, and Prescott will march it over the midcourt line. Vlasic gets rid of it to Prescott, but he'll drive. Scoop shot in the lane over Patterson.
I mean, he's playing his heart out.
Vlasic, if he took a tumble, he might have drawn the offensive foul. Oh, and great defense there, but it looks like Linez is going to pick up his 4th foul. Grundy was screaming for an offensive foul against Gillette. Let's take another look at Prescott. Just cradling it in that right hand and having the forethought to put some arc on it to get it over the outstretched hands of Trey Patterson. So again, this baseline out of bounds play. And Rowan, just kind of like a defensive back guarding Julio Jones. You don't really have much of a chance.
Why has it got to be an Atlanta receiver?
Well, I'm sorry. It's the best receiver in the ballgame. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, the ball game with Atlanta in it. That's about it.
Listen, you are offending Quintoris Lopez-Jones right now. I want you to know that. Rowan picked up the touch foul, and Montgomery's already over the limit, as the Argos will be 1-1 for the remainder of this ball game. Patterson earns himself a second and knocks them both down. So the lead back to 7.
Go a long way for the Cougars to get a score here.
Yeah. Haven't heard much from Curry in the third quarter. And they'll go to the post. Rubio loses it for a second, but tips it back out to Rowan. Good ball fake. Now they go back to Prescott. A ball fake. He'll go to the lane. Kicks it back outside. The sophomore creates some space and fires. So, wow, that somehow didn't go down. And they're going to get that out of bounds off Otega Owe.
I mean, his shots are on. They're rattling around the rim, just not falling tonight.
What a great job, though, to get a defender in the air and move himself into a better shooting area.
Yeah, I like Rubio on the rebound, too. Oh, good inbound.
Curry just thought better of it as he was in there amongst the trees. Entry pass for Rubio, who goes to the reverse and puts it in.
There we go. There's some momentum.
The lead back to 5 for Rutgers Prep as we're under a minute to go in quarter number 3. Vlasic doing a great job to deny Noah Harris the ball, as a long 3 no good. Pettit will tip it back out. Harris again for 3, and this time knocks it down. That's a big answer from Rutgers Prep.
Yeah.
Rowan spinning around Owe. Prescott will give himself some room and fire. No good, and here comes Rutgers Prep. Good job to get back on defense for the Cougs. As Pogue, you mentioned, you don't want to be playing transition defense against this team. And
No, I mean, this is way better. They almost, I understand it's the end of the quarter, but they don't like to be settled like this.
Harris will get by Curry. Leave inside, and a great acrobatic layup from Owe with 3 seconds, with 2, and they throw it right to Pettit. Oh my goodness, nearly a tragic turn of events at the end of the third quarter, but Montgomery manages to avoid it. We'll take another look at Chris Rubio. They have a little bit of work to do, down by 10 as we enter the final 8 minutes. And we'll be back. The fourth and final stanza upcoming in Montgomery. You are caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Fourth quarter up and coming here from Montgomery. Let's head down to Mandy Shovlin. Mandy.
All right, guys, Rubio once again getting the first points in this half. You can see the pressure hitting Montgomery hard here, but it's something that they know that they can overcome. Free throws and fouls are going to be so important in the second half for Montgomery getting the win. Go Cougs!
Thanks, Mandy. Biggest lead of the ball game for Rutgers Prep at 10. And let's see if Curry's got any magic in that bag of tricks as he will work on Harris. And we'll get a foul.
You know, Montgomery just got to keep it together for the next 7 minutes and 45 seconds. You know, they've been putting so much heart and soul into this. You know, they got to be running low on steam.
I mean, it's tiring playing really tough defense the entire game. It's tough.
Curry. As Patterson switches off onto him. This is the matchup that everybody, I think, wants to see. As Rowan just has his pocket picked by Gillette. Harris. He'll drive. Kick. Pettit. A three from the southpaw. Yes.
Pettit had a pretty decent game against us last year a few times, so it's been quiet tonight.
Rubio, a little hook in the lane. That's no good off the back and then the front of the rim, and then the Argos come quickly the other direction.
I like that move, though.
A long three from Harris is good. Little swagger from the junior. Lead now as the 6-0 run to start the quarter is up to 16.
Just starting to get the momentum going. Rutgers Prep away. Got to get some points right here to kill that.
Prescott kicks it back out for Vlasic after a couple of touches. That's no good. And it will find its way into the hands of Harris, and Curry will pick up the foul as he grabbed Harris's wrist on the way by. Linez will check back in. It's the first foul of the ballgame on Curry. But as we said, Rutgers Prep in the bonus, so 1-1 upcoming from Noah Harris.
You know, it's just so hard to hang with these guys. Noah Harris has over 325 points this year. He's a force to be dealt with. And then you got Patterson with over 375. It's just, how do you compete with guys like that, you know? Montgomery's doing an excellent job.
No doubt about it. And 2 for 2 from Noah Harris. In the last 10 minutes or so, you've really seen Rutgers Prep just put the pedal to the floor, as Rubio will go and have his shot altered and blocked, but it finds its way back into the juniors' hands, and they'll say no shot on the floor.
But they're in the bonus.
By and large, this has been a well-played, well-officiated game both directions. And, you know, I don't know that you could have asked for a ton more than what you got and are getting from this Montgomery team.
Yeah, I mean, they're giving it all.
Montgomery now in the bonus at 1-1, so Rubio to the line. As his first one is no good, and Linez tries to keep it alive, but can't, as Owe will scoot the other direction. This is Owe from way downtown. That's no good. Patterson just too tall for Curry, and he'll lay it in. Curry grabbed the back of his head as if to say, I got hit back there. Just like that, 2 minutes and 17 seconds later, the lead has gone from 10 to 20. Curry.
That's what a team like this could do to you.
As Linez is going to get fouled as Pettit collapsed down and is going to get called for the foul, his third. Vlasic a little unlucky with a bounce of a basketball. He's in some pain here on the sideline. It's a hand problem. As Lainez's first free throw is no good, and Rubio had it knocked out of his hands from behind.
Kai Lewis back on the court, just doing what he does, pressuring the ball.
Patterson will work on Lainez, gets into the middle, and Rubio with the help defense gets a piece of it. And the offensive rebound no good, and they're going to say out of bounds off of Montgomery.
Good hustle by Lainez to be able to, knock the ball loose and then try to get it over to Prescott, just unsuccessfully, but good hustle.
Harris will work on Kai Lewis and gets himself into the lane. Wow, an athletic layup. There's just nothing you're going to do about that.
Yeah, how do you stop something like that?
There's a reason why this team is undefeated, folks. And you saw it right there. That's emblematic of the whole deal. And a bad entry pass from Lainez is stolen by Patterson. He'll come the other way with the Euro step and lay it in. Gillette actually got up off of the floor from trying to sub in because he thought Patterson was going to go through that and dunk it. As Curry will step back and shoot a three. That's no good. So the shooting has gone cold for Montgomery, and the athleticism is on display the other direction for Rutgers Prep as Patterson ends up with another layup. Argos pouring it on now as the lead is 26, and it's slipping away here for Montgomery. We're at the midway point of the fourth quarter, and we'll take a break. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to the Den. Keith Glock, Tim Bartholomew, Matt Pogue, Jess and Jen Kroc, Mandy Shevlin, and Rutgers Prep just speeding away and leaving Montgomery a bit in the rearview mirror here. It was a 1-point lead for the Cougs, or deficit, I should say, for the Cougs at halftime. And in this second half, boy, Rutgers Prep has been impressive.
I mean, even the third quarter, they played all right. And in the fourth quarter, it just kind of got out of hand.
Cougs badly in need of a bucket. There's that backdoor cut, and Curry couldn't get it to go. Lainez is going to be fouled, and he'll go to the line. That's a play that they've executed really well a couple of different times, and for Curry not to finish it there maybe just kind of shows you the night that it's been, or at least the second half that it's been.
Yeah. I mean, you got to admire Curry, man. He's out there on a bum ankle, just doing his best, against such a challenging team.
No doubt about it. As Lainez's first is no good, hits the support stanchion. But these are high school kids too. To understand that they were feeding off of the crowd so early in the game, and obviously a little less to cheer about now is Kai Lewis, though, will come up with a steal, and he's going to fire away from three. No good front rim. Curry's got the rebound. And he will send it back outside for Prescott. He'll try another three, top of the key. That's no good. And it's been a while since a Cougar bucket has gone down.
Yeah, now there's a lid on that basket.
Rubio trying his best there, but no avail as Noah Harris. And they're going to get a steal right off the inbound, and Owe is going to go to the line.
And it just goes to show when it rains, it pours, right? I mean, he's just a little bit of a lazy pass, getting a little frustration, and now, they're just going to continue to pour it on if we keep doing things like that.
4th foul on Rabayo. That's hardly of any consequence at this point. First free throw from Owe is good. But, without the energy to feed off in the second half, it's just been a different ball game. From here on out, everybody will be shooting 2 on a foul as double bonus both directions. So the lead is now 30. Montgomery has not scored this quarter, right? No, it's a 20-0 run in this quarter for Rutgers Prep. That'll tell you everything you need to know. As Linez is going to get fouled, so he'll shoot 2.
He gets to go to the line a lot.
Fourth foul on Noah Harris. So Linez is looking to end what has been a 5-minute drought for the Cougs. Well, it's over 5 minutes now. First free throw is good.
Get a little help from the back of the backboard, top of it.
And the second's good. Rattles it home. So let's see what they have left in the tank for the final 3 minutes. Patterson will fire away. That's no good. Prescott's got a rebound. In my opinion, he has played a fantastic game.
Prescott or Patterson?
Yes. How about that? As another 3 from Prescott's on the way. That's no good. And a rebound to Owe.
I think this was big for Rabayo. He needed this kind of game. Tough opponent. Guys that are his size still handle it well.
Nico Gillette with a tough jumper in the lane, and Grundy's going to empty the bench, and so will Rutgers Prep, so that'll effectively do it. I was about to make fun of you, and then you started talking, because for those of you, obviously, who couldn't see what was happening, a moment ago when I was talking about Prescott and saying how nice a game he had, one of my color commentators is nodding his head.
Yeah.
As if that was the...
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah, thanks.
Point.
The crowd at home appreciates that feedback that you provided.
Well, I mean, saying good point that wouldn't have helped either.
Oh.
It's always worse when you acknowledge Glock verbally.
Well, I want.
It just invites more.
Yeah.
I also would like to take this opportunity as Montgomery plays offense here to say, and they'll say Szymborski traveled. I go away for 5 minutes over the weekend. 5 minutes, I go away. We got no scoreboard. We got no pregame show. What are we doing?
Which game are you talking about? What game was that? Oh, Saturday.
We're lucky that we even got the broadcast on the air.
I mean, they saw some basketball. Basketball. There were guys playing. You just couldn't see the score for a while, but they were playing.
I would blame it entirely on Pogue, but I'm not that type of person.
No. But if he was, he sure would.
I would if I was. Pogue made me get on a ladder. He was
Listen, there's one thing we know about Wallcam. Pogue ain't climbing any ladders.
Yeah.
Put that thing up.
If it needs to be adjusted and I'm the only one, we're not adjusting it. It's not happening.
Oh, Christian Hagenberg. He'll spin, lead for Gordy, and Aryan Gordy there, and one!
That's all we needed. We need a little Gordy.
How fantastic would that have been if Gordy was just like, screw it, dunked it.
Dunked it, threw it home, flexed on everybody. I'd like that.
That would have been fantastic. Free throw from the big man, no good. Gordy, just a sophomore, so you'll see a lot of him in the coming years.
Yeah, he's a big kid, but he's learning to play aggressive. You watch him in the JV, he's really trying to play the same role as Rabayo does in the varsity.
Szymborski will pick up the foul. So it'll be 2 free throws the other direction for Jordan Atkins, the freshman guard. First is good. Second from Atkins. Good. So knocks them both down. As you see, another freshman, Matt Levy, with the basketball, brother of former Montgomery captain Lawrence Levy. Matt's going to be a pretty darn good player, as Rutgers Prep will throw up ahead, and Chris Schnackenberg with some pretty good defense.
Surprised they didn't get an offensive foul on that one.
A drive and a kick and a 3 is good from James Jackman.
If he flopped, he might have gotten that call. It was a big flop, though.
Something to be said for that. Gordy, actually that was a pretty decent entry pass there from Schnacks, but Gordy just couldn't handle the spin on the basketball. So in all, as we wind down here, the first 16 minutes of this ball game, the Cougs really emptied the tank. And I don't think that's like sunshine and rainbows and, us trying to sprinkle fairy dust on it. I just think when you have a team that's as talented as Rutgers Prep is, at some point they're going to hit their stride, and, that happened.
Yeah, but you gave them a good half. You gave them an extremely tough half where they were kind of thinking, what do we have to do to actually get back into this and get in our groove?
Yeah, they went into halftime and they were worried. They're like, well, what's happening? This is not our normal basketball. And Montgomery did a good job, put the fear of God in them, and they ended up, picking up their game.
Final couple of seconds tick away here, and it will be a Rutgers Prep victory. And let's close things out as we head on down to Mandy Shovelin. Mandy.
All right, guys, although maybe the Cougars didn't come on top in this game, it was definitely one of their most well-fought games this season. This team played their best game this season, even though it didn't result in a win. Individually, some players played their best career games, like Matt Prescott and Marco Lanez. The Cougars played a great game today, even though we lost. It was definitely hard fought, and I thought it was personally one of the most fun to watch. Back to you guys. Great job.
Thanks, Mandy. As we mentioned, we will be back with you on Thursday night, pregame at 6:30 as usual against another rival, Hunterdon Central. And there will be no lack of emotion in the gym on Thursday, I am certain. Anybody? Nothing.
I thought
you guys are.
Nah,
I
this
just.
is
Oh, you're pausing for dramatic effect.
Yeah,
I was like,
where
there's no energy. All right, what is there? Oh,
Yeah, I
nothing.
can't.
Okay.
I can't wait. This is like, to give Falco a little bit of a hard time, this week. Being,
You're making up for it now. Now it's
Yeah.
just we've lost.
Now you don't. I got to try to steal his game plan. That's what I do.
The previous has been a production of The Mire. It's the sole property of the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of this game without the express consent of The Mire is strictly prohibited. Cougs end up losing it by 23, but a very, very, very solid first half and reason for optimism. Make sure you tune in 6:30 on Thursday night as we get set for Hunterdon Central and another rivalry game here in Montgomery. For Tim Bartholomew, Matt Pogue, Mandy Shelvin, Jess and Jen Kroc, I'm Keith Glock. Thank you for watching.